To all the current members of AC/DC. Generally, I have come to believe that the advocacy of the band ever since the 70s has been to continually seed up the earth with thunder striking rock and roll in order for the music style to develop and develop until it has become one of the greatest things about humanity. You guys have been writing greatly badass rock and roll songs for the world for so long now, and I am here to tell you that your advocacies have not come to waste. I am not saying that rock and roll is still the biggest thing in music right now, for you all know that music has changed a lot since the roaring 70s, but there are definitely still those who believe in the power and the greatness of rock and roll that work hard to keep the fire burning so that the future generations will still be able to have a taste of the delicious music. With all the hard work put out by such believers, I would say that your advocacies are alive enough. Although there could be better days for the genre, rock and roll today is like an explorer living in a hot desert, but is still standing strong and surviving well despite the challenging heat, because this explorer is truly strong and prepared for such challenges. As long as these believers continue to work hard to take care of the trees that have come from the seeds that you guys have planted before, you guys do not need to worry. As one who believes in the greatness of rock and roll, I've also been working hard to do my part to take care of your trees as I teach a bunch of kids how to play guitar. When you guys said that there were 15 million fingers learning how to play rock and roll, way back in your song entitled Let There Be Rock, I was inspired to contribute to the increase of the quantity of those who are learning how to play, hence why I decided to take up a job as a music teacher. I am happy to tell you guys that you've got more than 15 million fingers now that are picking up guitar and practicing with effort to learn chords, riffs, and licks. Although even if I have to admit that guitar lessons these days are not so rock-centered, or as rock-centered as it seemingly was back then, guitar students or any other music student will always have some rock and roll in the syllabus. When learning how to play instruments or when studying music these days, rock and roll can be compared to the cheese on a pizza. Truthfully, a pizza can exist without cheese, but who would want to have a pizza without it? A pizza without cheese is no fun and very boring, and eating it will probably not shoot color into your senses or to your life. Without rock and roll and music education, the world will just be presented with a bunch of music students who play instruments seemingly as an assignment without having the freedom to totally express the great passion and amazing artistic rush that rock brings when it is presented to light up the fireworks of one's heart. I would happily like to inform you guys that the kids are getting their pizzas with cheese. Well, with extra cheese when it comes to my classes. And seeing the look on their faces while practicing the rock and roll that I am teaching them, I would say that they are really enjoying it. Their faces seemingly never fail to light up every time I present them with extra cheese on their pizzas. So that is definitely good news for your advocacies. If you guys estimated 15 million rocking fingers back then, I would not know how many there are today because that would truly take forever to count. Even in your old age, we believers pray that you continue on with your work. Please keep striking us with your thunder and lightning, and please keep cheesing up our pizzas because the world needs your delicious swagger, making us bang our heads and making us dance around with joy and passion, while also somehow toughening us up when necessary in this hellish world. I refuse to merely live under gray skies, for I need the thunder and lightning of AC/DC to keep me going. Just keep cheesing up our pizzas, and we believers shall do the same for the pizzas of the younger ones. We love you, Angus, Cliff, Brian, Phil, and Stevie. While we still have you guys, let's all continue to bring thunder, lightning, and cheese pizzas to the world. Let's seemingly keep rock and roll alive, for it is great. Sincerely, the Stonish. Alright guys, that is going to be all for today's video. I hope you all liked my little essay slash letter that I have addressed to one of the rock and roll band kings, also known as AC/DC. I hope that you are all having a good day, and I pray that it gets better if you aren't. This is the Stonish saying, goodbye, Yellow Brick Road.
Whisper to me softly, let your troubles float away. Chenkom ti pangam chengai, tengai, tengai, tengai. I remember as a child, a girl, a lamb, Papa smiled.